I was very happy when a resolution that was majorly drafted by myself in the space of one day was proposed as the main text of the Parliament. And at some point there were some amendments to it, but this resolution was adopted a couple weeks later by a broad majority calling on legal action against Hungary for the anti-LGBTIQ law that was adopted last year. I look back as a moment of pride for myself because I really felt like that was things were coming to a full circle, in a sense, the work that I had been working towards. Then the Commission launched legal action against Poland for this. So I think that was a moment that I feel proud of. Hi, my name is Miguel Chambel. I'm 29 years old as of last week. I am Portuguese and I did the Masters in EU Studies, the EU Studies track. I am now working in the European Parliament as the Secretary General or Coordinator of the LGBTI Intergroup, which is an informal cross-party group of members of the European Parliament that are engaged in LGBTIQ issues, which we try to promote, obviously, with different parties in the Parliament. I wanted something more political before I got into this job because I wanted the feeling that I was doing more of a change. I think the work that we do with politicians can greatly advance the issues that we're focusing on. Politicians can advance these issues in a way that, for instance, working in an administration wouldn't. We can put political pressure on some issues, we can adopt laws, we can work on policy. I think that's maybe one of the reasons is the feeling that I'm contributing to a bigger project than just my own career. So Leiden University was really great for developing knowledge of the subjects, but not just. I think it was also a bit about the process. Having to produce a lot of analysis, a lot of text on many different issues, but also being given the liberty to focus on the issues that were most to our liking, which I obviously seized to my own benefit. I think that was part of it. Also the spirit of debate. I remember being in classes where we were asked to take either the anti or the for position. We're not taught something. We're asked to debate, to reflect, to think on things, and how we would position ourselves in light of what was being presented. That's definitely something that I still use today, a critical spirit for an engaged work, if you would like to put it that way. Yeah, I did a lot of volunteering, actually. I volunteered for a lot of international film festivals. I love cinema, so that's something that I really did. Volunteering with human rights organizations like Amnesty International, both here in Leiden and the student group. I did research assistance for the university, for a PhD professor. I tried to be engaged in as many things as I wanted, and I also did courses for modern masters because I thought there's knowledge to be seized, why not? In the end, I think all of those things contributed to give a sense that I was someone invested and interested in some subjects, so I think it transpired, at least to some extent, when I started applying for jobs. At the time I had my worries, but I look back to those moments with fond memories of what it was like to be a student, to meet so many people from so many different countries, to be exposed to different realities. It's something that I still am today because obviously I'm working in an international environment, but I really cherish that. When you do finish your traineeships, you're going to start applying for jobs. Don't get discouraged. It happened to every single one of us. You have to struggle a bit to find your way. Sometimes it's even good to not get accepted into the first traineeship. You might start to narrow down your choices and to really figure out what you want. If you don't know what you want, that's also okay. A lot of us didn't when we started. And you also don't need to be an expert in what you're applying for. Doing a traineeship is precisely about being trained, learning. You're not expected to be an expert in any single field. So don't put that on your shoulders. You really need to take this as a learning experience. That's what traineeships are for.